One thing we need to figure out is like, what game is it? And it needs to have a way that is like easily automated or formatable, where it's not a lot of things changing. Because we have new games that we're trying every single week, obviously, and that's going to be difficult to figure out how to like implement that to the website.
I think the easiest game that we can implement is the guess the player.
Guess the player is definitely easiest. Grid trivia, there's a way we could do it. I think it would be a little bit, I think that's probably in an ideal world, let's say like we didn't have a problem figuring out how to get any game onto the website, I think grid is probably our best bet.
Right here? Sure. How would you like to spell Stefan Diggs, Jared?
S-T-E-F-O-N.
Yes.
Space D-I-G-G-S.
So like this then?
Yes.
Like this?
Exactly.
Oh, that's wrong. You might need me to do it again.
Do it again, please.
How would you like to spell Diggs?
All right.
The exact same way.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, it has to be a capital D too.
Yeah, that's what we were just
That's
saying.
annoying.
We said you know case sensitive means sexy?
He wasn't listening. He
I
was
don't
too
know what the
excited.
fuck
He's just emotionally sensitive.
Yeah. This is big. It's a big moment.
What do you got? Give me some answers.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Here?
Yeah.
Nice. Go Emmanuel Sanders bottom right as well. Emmanuel Sanders middle.
Here?
No, don't.
I was gonna say.
Where's this pulling names from?
It's from just data I've stuffed into my database.
The database.
Well, this is off my computer, but it should be pretty much the same that's in the live database right now too.
Fucking
Mark Ingram?
Yeah, Mark Ingram.
Ooh, does
Oh.
that?
That should be right.
It should be right. You're right. Can't explain that. Oh, it's Mark Ingram the second.
Oh, that's
There
good.
he
People are gonna piss.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're just gonna have to fix the data for a lot of these things.
It's just a demo.
Yeah.
Just a demolition.
What
sexual.
else?
All right.
There's 11 answers here, so
That's crazy.
I feel like there should be more answers here. That seems suspicious to me. The answer I'm seeing,
Did Richard Sherman?
no defensive players.
Defensive
yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Where'd Kyle Rudolph? He play anywhere besides Minnesota, New York?
Giants.
That'd be New York.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy for you.
What else we got? This-
Mike Wallace. Steelers.
There you go. That's what I
Vikings.
was just thinking.
No, not for the Seahawks.
Steelers, what?
Steelers, Vikings.
Ravens, Seahawks.
How many answers are there?
Certainly answers. 11 answers according to this square.
That's crazy. This is only fantasy relevant players too. There's no O lineman.
No O linemen. I mean, I'm definitely seeing some names in here you guys have said before.
If there was defensive players.
There's some names for this box you guys should know. There's certainly also names like Terrence McGee, which,
Legend.
yeah, I mean,
Willis McGahee.
no.
Earl Thomas.
No defensive players.
Put him in.
Type it in. Justin Forskin.
Here?
Stops.
Justin Force.
I don't know where you have to tell me where.
None of these are real.
Justin Forsett actually feels right for
No.
Seahawks. No? You
I
just
don't
gonna
think
tell
he
me
played,
no?
like, anywhere.
Actually, wait, yeah.
Oh, it's fucking.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That was me.
Everybody's welcome.
In this game, do they have to play a snap?
Yes, I think they have to have had at least one game of time that year.
In the regular season?
That might be correct, yeah. Which might be different than how you guys do it. Like for example, if it was Patriots and Steelers, would you guys allow Juju Smith-Schuster right now?
No.
He hasn't played a snap yet.
No.
Okay, then that's good, I guess. It's not necessarily just players that were signed by a team, the game.
All right. Well, I mean, looks good. I think the only thing we obviously need to upload other positions to the database. We
Right.
need to
We
make
will need
it
to do
not
that.
case sensitive.
It's also, we'll need to get more data. But let's fuck around and change the columns and see if that works.
Okay. So, as I've spoke about a few times over the past, bunch of months and throughout the vlogs and stuff, we're going through like a shift in our business where we're kind of transitioning what the pillars of what we're doing are. And as we're shifting throughout that stuff, like we are not only shifting personnel in terms of like people, but like tasks within the business and different pieces of content, etc. I'm also thinking about the business model that we use and thinking about what's the most sustainable type of business model for us going forward. And right now we basically have 3 products. We have the Rookie Dynasty Draft Guide, the Season-Long Draft Guide, and our Big Dog membership. And they're all kind of attuned to different parts of the year. So right now, if you're purchasing some sort of product from us, it would be the rookie guide that went live last month. Once we transition into the summer and it's like redraft season, probably purchasing or pre-ordering the season-long guide. And then once we get into the actual season, people purchase the membership, right? The first two, the draft guides, are one-time purchase products. So you pay $25 or $30, you get access to it for whatever period of time we have it open for. The membership is, I think it's like a $10 a month membership that most people would pay from September until January, whenever the season's over. And they all have different things that you get depending on the type of the year. So like if you're purchasing the membership inside the season, that's going to be helping you with in-season decisions, right? Like weekly rankings, the private Q&As that I do to help you with your sit-start type of stuff, the waiver wire rankings, etc. And what that has done is it's kind of like segmented what we're doing throughout the year into different buckets rather than having it be like a free-flowing business model. This is an idea that I've thought about a few times throughout the years, but never really put pen to paper, never really like said it out loud or started thinking about it or taking it seriously. But what I think is probably the right move for us going forward is one membership to rule them all. So we literally combine, like we've built out this new website on BDGE.co and it's still segmented into different products. And we got on what is probably the final call with the two brothers who are building out a trade calculator, a dynasty ranking site, etc. Like they're not part of BDGE, but we're likely to be working with them in the very near future where we're going to be integrating a lot of their work onto our site. And that's how we'll be able to offer people a dynasty trade calculator or whatever. They're building it out. And what I'm thinking is we wipe all of our one-time purchase products and just make it a monthly membership. If you want to buy in to be, I haven't thought of the name yet right now, we just have like Big Dog members as the name for it. I think the likelihood of someone subscribing to that, so say, we combine everything that we have. We still make the same products, but we put it all under one name, one subscription. So if you sign up to be a member on the website, you get access to everything. You get access to the season-long guide, the rookie dynasty guide, the dynasty trade calculator, the private Q&As, the waiver wire rank, like anything you need throughout the entirety of the full year, right? Like our first pillar is making great content year-round about fantasy football. So that's the audience we're speaking to, people that play fantasy football year-round. You make one purchase and you have access to everything. I think the likelihood of someone signing up and staying a member for the entirety of the year, right, for 12 months straight is much higher than the likelihood of them buying a rookie dynasty draft guide, buying a season-long guide, and becoming a member of our Big Dog membership, the one that is currently is, for 6, 7, 8 months. In terms of price-wise, like that's what it would take in order for those things to equate out. So basically, like we have the website where we probably have certain sections where like we try to keep it simple, because I think one of the problems in the fantasy space right now is a lot of companies and brands build out a lot of cool tools for users and audience members to use. However, they make their website so fucking complicated with 17 drop downs, and in each drop down there's 40 options to it that I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. They got 42 optimizers, 17 analyzers, and I'm just like, none of this is any good to me because I don't know what the fuck you're doing. So we want to simplify it. Basically have, a redraft drop down, draft rankings, our season-long draft guide, weekly rankings, rest of season rankings, waiver wire rankings. Dynasty would have a drop down, dynasty rankings, trade calculator, rookie profiles. So it's basically taking all of our products, organizing it into like a nice, neat format. And I think like right now we charge $10 a month for our Big Dog membership. I'm going through different price points. I have to figure out what our goal is in terms of revenue from this, how much we want to make from it, and what's a reasonable price to ask for people to pay. And we have people paying obviously the $10 a month price right now. Even if we raise it to like to $15 a month, I think that's a reasonable price point for a membership in this audience, in this industry, given both of those draft guides, it's trade calculators, rankings for any time of the year, rest of season rankings, access to private Q&As. It's a lot of value into a $15 a month package. And that equates out, 15 times 12, $180 would be what we're getting paid per customer if they were to stay for the 12 months. Now, obviously not every customer is going to stay for the 12 months, but say they did, that $180 is going to be a lot more income, I think, than having people kind of split up between the different products and services that we offer them. So I think the likelihood of them staying for that long is much higher doing it this way. I also think the value prop is much better. We're giving a lot more value for a lower price, and then you get to decide, you know, whether or not you want to stay on. And obviously the fact that we segmented it into different products serving different times of the year is like a lapse in what we're doing business wise. So I want to close that. Like there shouldn't be a membership available in which there are 6 months out of the year where you don't want to be a member of it. Like we need to have things that are provided through each pocket of the season. And I think with the new products coming in, we'll be able to do that pretty easily. So I was just putting like rough numbers together so we can offer like a monthly package where you're paying like $10 a month or $15 a month, whatever, $20 a month. Or if you want to just buy the year out, it could be at a discount. So, you know, if it's 15 bucks a month, the year would cost 180. But if you purchase the year on the spot, which a lot of people probably would, I would say maybe 10 to 15% of people who want to purchase a membership would just go straight to the year. You get it for the price of, I think, 10 months, right? Like you'd get a 2-month discount on the fact that you're paying up front, because that locks people in for 10 months and that's good for the business. So I'm looking at, you know, like how many customers for a year would we have to get in order to make 100K as a business off these memberships? If we charge $10 a month, it's $853. If we charge $15 a month, it's $555. And I think that's extremely reasonable projections. And subscriptions are, in my opinion, like they're more stable as like a revenue maker for a business. Like every time we create a new product, like you have to do a whole bunch of like launching and marketing around it, like, oh, new product drop, whatever. It's like, it's a whole new endeavor every single time. What this would do, I think the easiest way for me to explain it, why this is going to be so good for us as a business, is it takes 5 different things that we'd be pitching and combines it into one. For sales and marketing, for me, this makes my life really easy because it's like no matter what you're looking for, it's like, yep, just this one spot. And for you as a customer, it's so much easier for you. You pay one time in one place and everything is right there. Where it might be, where we've had processes in the past where it's fucking confusing because you're like, oh, this draft guide is here, but this draft guide's here. Where do I go for the membership? I'm confused. If we can condense everything into one fucking funnel, easy for me to talk about. I don't have to start pitching different things at different points. And once we have the foundation of this product down, it's very easy to see where the pain points are, where we need to improve upon. And not everything needs to be so drastic. Like not, you know, before the season-long draft guide drops in the summer, that's like a really, I would say like anxiety-inducing time of the year for me because we have so much work to do for it. And it feels like, oh, it needs to be such a clean launch. But in this way, people are going to be used to things kind of like rolling out fluently rather than saying like, oh, all the rookie profiles just dropped. It's like, hey guys, you have access to the website already. You've been using it for the Dynasty Trade Calculator. Here are 2 new profiles. We just dropped the Jordan Addison and the Jackson Smith and Jigba profile. And we could do that, you know, we trickle them out day by day or whatever, rather than having like this crazy timeline flip around that we need to do every year. And that's really difficult for me, especially in the summer where we're creating so much content for the draft guide itself and so much content for YouTube. And then the last thing this does is it makes this a lot easier for us on the back end to understand our customer. It makes it much easier for us to see just straight up how long you've been a member for. It makes it easier for us to create more, I guess, connection, right? Like, because right now, say we wanted to do something where it's like, okay, we're gonna reward like the loyalty of people in our audience. It's like, well, we've kind of switched different websites and we've had so many different random products throughout the years that it's like, all right, do we want to like, how do we reward like these people versus these people? Like they bought 2 of this product, but not this product, and these persons, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little messy right now, but we could have one standardized option where it's like, okay, anyone who's been a member for over a year, who's been a member for 12 plus months, will get, you know, access to this, or we're giving away these free things, or we're sending everyone merch that does that. And it makes it way cleaner within like the Discord if we wanted to make a private channel for people who are members rather than just like different things and different rewards based on different product purchases. It's easier for us to track on the back end, easier for us to reward loyalty. It's easier for you guys to be in one place at one time, make one purchase and have access to everything. And then it's easier for, I think it's just easier for all parties involved, honestly. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer, but there's a lot that we need to actually like get done in order to make this happen. And this is the stuff that the normal person wouldn't think about. But anytime you want to launch a product or a service, like the idea is cool, the execution is cool, but like probably the most important thing is understanding the UI UX of how, like the user interface, user experience of how this will actually work. So you have to think of, okay, when do we launch it? What do we do with the people that have already bought a rookie draft guide? What do we do with the current Big Dog members? Like,
what do we do if we raise the price point? How are we going to tell the current Big Dog members that are paying $10 a month that they're now paying 15? Like obviously, you know, if you're like a YouTube TV subscriber, you got an email from them a couple weeks ago saying that they're raising the price point in the next couple weeks, and like that's an option for it. But there's all these different dynamics to it that you don't really think of unless you've gone through the process before of, it's like for dummies. It's like releasing a product for dummies. Who is the dumbest person that can buy this product, and what are the questions that they're going to ask? And I'm not like calling anybody dumb, but like the most basic questions that can be asked will be asked. I believe Charles Darwin said some shit like that. Actually, Darwinism is evolutionism, right? Who said anything that will go wrong, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Is that Darwin?
No, I think that's
Nick 2023.
Right.
Any dumb questions that can be asked will be asked. We turn into customer service people as soon as these things launch. But I think congregating everything, I think automating everything, putting everything in one place for everybody is just a fucking dub all around. So I don't know how long this is all going to take. I don't know what the timeline is for this. Ideally, I'd like to have this going within the next few months. What quarter is it right now? December, January, February, March, April, May. Definitely sometime in Q3. I don't think I've ever actually referenced a quarter in business terms in a serious manner before right there. We done grown up. So yeah, that's my thought process right now. And you start to understand what kind of income you're going to be making month over month, right? Like if we have a subscription where we have no drop off in value delivered throughout the year, we shouldn't expect a massive drop off in terms of income and revenue, right? And then it's very easy to build month over month, or at least build on top of what you're doing because you know where you stand. Whereas like if you're doing launches 2 to 3 times a year, it's like, oh, I better do well because we don't have a lot of shots at this. You don't really know what to expect from that standpoint. It makes me a little bit nervous because like that's not the way that the industry typically operates. I guess some companies do, but this is basically how every SaaS company operates, right? Like think of like Dropbox, think of almost any software company operates in like just a normal monthly membership package where they offer a yearly for a discount. And then they usually offer tiers, and that's something we could eventually offer, right? If we have the basic tier, we could have one bigger tier where it's like $15 a month, or this one's $30 a month, but you get access to, I don't know, whatever, a million other things. But once we get the foundation for this down, it's very easy to build on top of it. So that's how we're going to make $1 billion.